It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's coming up next.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his fifth year now, Jalen Hurts.
He's coming off a season where he certainly experienced his fair share of ups and downs. On the positive side, he threw for career highs in passing yards and touchdowns. On the negative side, he threw the most interceptions in his career, and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing mistake-free football without sacrificing his aggressiveness, this team can get back to competing for a Super Bowl berth.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
The Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their 5th-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
Burrow is coming off a year where he suffered his 2nd season-ending injury over a 4-year span. And while that's certainly concerning, there's certainly no denying he's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL whenever he's on the field. However, for them to reach their full potential, he has to be out there, because as long as he is, this team is a legitimate contender to win it all.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was, Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out right around the 39. 3rd down, turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
Chase came into the league with some lofty expectations, and he somehow surpassed those through the first 3 years of his career. He's a perennial 1,000-yard receiver. He's a guy they got to find a way to get the ball to in all situations. And he's one of the main reasons why the Bengals.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete, it's Dotson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hudson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And remember, this is a running back that fumbled on the previous drive, but fortunately for them, nothing came of it. And I think when that happens, sometimes coaches can lean a little more on forgive and forget. So he's right back out there and running again.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9.
Now Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Jamar Chase.
37 yards.
And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. In motion right is Smith. A little jet sweep to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith.
Third and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Bengals take over, first and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. To the air again, Burrow.
He will find his man Chase, complete.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Jamar Chase
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Throwing is Hurts. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
2nd down and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Out to his left.
Down the left sideline.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD.
Charlie Jones, 60 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here.
And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. This pass hauled in by Dotson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Dotson in motion right.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Touchdown!
Devontae Smith on the receiving end for Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Second down and 3.
Now it's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bengals drive about to get going. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Caught by Jones. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So nothing doing there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Milton Williams able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Able to find Higgins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And Burrow going to throw again. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Man open, here is Jones. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Charlie Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Across the line and to the ball quickly there, Trey Hendrickson.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Brown goes in motion left. Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Throwing is Hurts.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6. Here's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And this offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 5. Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Buying time to his left. Up
opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Fights free at the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Back to throw here. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's DJ Turner who's got it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
And that pick 6, that was the first turnover forced by the defense in this ballgame, CD.
And what's even better is when they finally forced one, they kept the effort up and were able to return it for a score. They could hear their defensive coaches saying to them, hey, getting the interception's great. Can you do more with it? Turn it into a big play. And they did exactly that.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll set up to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down.
They'll look to throw again.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win, and the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow. Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance throwing the football. Over 300 yards, 4 touchdown passes. That's quarterbacking at an elite level.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.